Hey, it's Mike with TechPB, and we're going to get serious here for a second and talk about something that's going on in Germany that not only was an unfortunate incident that happened, but actually can affect all of us paintball players worldwide. There was a massacre basically that took place where a 17-year-old went into a school, Winnenden school massacre is what the title is, and went in and shot to death 15 people and injured quite a few others. The person ended up taking his own life. This took place on the 11th of March 2009, and unfortunately, many of the policymakers and many of the lawmakers in Germany have put it on the agenda to outlaw paintball in Germany. Now, how does this affect us? Well, it affects us a lot because, Germany being part of the European Union and it can easily snowball into a landslide vote across the board to ban paintball across Europe, and if they think that there's the results that, if they think there's results from banning paintball in Europe, then it could follow very easily over here to the United States, and they can use Europe as an example. And, the first thing I want to do is I wanted to, applaud the efforts of, the policymakers and the lawmakers in Germany for wanting to do something and taking immediate action to try to just do something to prevent something like this from happening again. I definitely want to say that my heart goes out to the students and the teachers that were involved in this and their family and friends, and also the family and friends of the perpetrator, a gentleman by the name of Tim Kretschmer, who did this. It's a horrific loss of life all the way around. And this video is basically going to be an open letter to the German politicians and lawmakers, with the hopes that they'll reconsider this ban on paintball. I want to start off this video by saying that my wife is a school teacher, okay? Very easily could this take place in the United States. This could very easily take place at my wife's school. I watch my wife every single day, leave home, with no way basically to defend herself on school property and go teach in a public school. I'm also the father of two beautiful daughters, two twin daughters, who are going to be going through the public school system, okay? And if I thought in any way, shape, or form that paintball would put their lives or their safety in jeopardy, believe me, with everything that's in my soul, I would be absolutely against any sort of paintball play or anything. I would be the first person to speak up at it. I would be in Germany right now, standing in front of your courthouses telling you that this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea, and I'm going to explain some of the reasons why as we get further and further through this. But as somebody who's played the sport for 20 years, I started playing it when I was young, 11 years old, I believe, was when I first started playing. And if I thought by any way, shape, or form that paintball and paintball play could jeopardize the safety of both my wife, who's a public school teacher, and also possibly my daughters, who are going to be raised through the public school system, I would be the first person speaking out against it. I'm not the first person speaking out against it. I'm not speaking out against it at all. I think it's a wonderful sport. I think it's also very misunderstood. And for a lot of people that have never gotten bit by the paintball bug, or they've actually gone out there and been to a field or attempted to play it, it is very misunderstood. It's kind of one of these underground kind of off the wayside type sports. But the first thing I want to do is say that we don't know what causes people to do this. I wish I knew. I wish everybody knew, what causes people to do this. It can be, let's just speculate here and say it could be a combination of many different things. It could be mental disabilities. It could be the feeling of being outcasted. It could be, nothing to look forward to, loss of hope. Maybe they were mocked or made fun of, maybe because of their race, sexual orientation, maybe their weight. It could have been a physical challenge or mental challenge, learning disability. It could be anything. We don't know what truly causes this. Paintball, in its essence, is nothing more than an exciting game of tag. It's you play for 20 minutes and you're 10 minutes off. You play for 20 minutes and you're 10 minutes off. The thing about paintball is that when you're out there playing, the last thing that's going through a paintball player's mind when he's out there playing is the thought of using this experience as some sort of advantage when going out there and trying to take human life. That is the last thing that most paintball players feel when they're actually out there on the field. As a matter of fact, most paintball players, when they go out there and actually play, actually begin to cherish life. Okay, they feel their heart beating, they feel their lungs, squeezing air in and out of their lungs, and they feel this excitement when they're out there. For most paintball players, that is the most that they feel alive during their entire week. You begin to cherish life. I mean, at the end of the week, that regardless of how bad your work week went or how bad your school week went, your paintball family is waiting for you at the field. And these are people that you play with throughout the years, throughout the months. They're there helping you. You're helping them. You're laughing and joking with them at the end. The last thing that you're thinking about when you're out there playing is, wow, this is a real good simulation for taking human life. Those are your friends that are on the other side of the field, and the last thing you're thinking about is is that you're going to try to take your friend's life. It just doesn't go through a paintball player's mind. Paintball also, it gives people hope. It gives people something to look forward to. A lot of people ask, Mike, how come you never did drugs in high school? Well, I played paintball in high school and I didn't have money for drugs. I mean, I looked forward to every single weekend going out there and having a good time and playing. It's a recreational, it's a recreational activity, and it's just unfortunate. I just don't think that banning paintball is going to help this in one way, shape, or other. There are deeper causes why people do this, okay? And, I'm going to, kind of switch subjects here and talk about why am I afraid that they're going to ban paintball in Germany. Well, there's actually two reasons. One, because I've been playing it for years and I don't want to see these snap judgments affect not only my German paintball brothers and sisters that are over there playing, but also people that are playing over in Europe and over here in the United States. But the biggest reason is that there are deeper causes as to why people do this. There's deeper causes as to why someone would wake up one morning and decide to go and kill the family, kill parents and kids and people that they went to school with and stuff like that. The biggest thing that I'm the most scared of is that by banning paintball, I'm afraid that many of the policymakers and the lawmakers in Germany are now going to sit back and, with this false sense of accomplishment when there are deeper causes and issues to why people do this. It's very easy to point out what the person did in the last couple days of his life and say maybe that was the reason. He ate cereal for breakfast. Well, maybe we need to outlaw cereal. Well, he played golf that weekend. Maybe we need to outlaw golf. Or he played a video game. Maybe we need to outlaw video games, okay? That kind of blind witch hunt is not going to solve these issues. There are deeper causes than just what he did in the last couple days of his life. I think the hardest question that we need to ask is, what did we do wrong? You know, as a society, as you know, a group of people, or you know, people that were around him, what did they do wrong? What could they have done to try to help this and prevent this? And that, in my opinion, is the question that we need to ask. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, that it's, you know, society's fault that he did this, but I'm also saying that it's very easy to go on this last second witch hunt and blame firearms, blame video games, and just simply deem this person as a monster, when there are probably tens of thousands of people that are just as capable as he is of doing these kind of acts, that are out there getting the help that they need and can live a happy life and not go and do these kind of things. The bigger question that we need to be asking ourselves is, what did we do wrong? You know, what could we have done to stop this? You know, obviously something went, you know, started in motion for this person to start this. What could we have done differently? Could we have had some sort of help programs? What, you know, if you see people that maybe, you know, all of a sudden their personalities start to change, do we just kind of turn our head and look the other way? Or do we try to talk to them or notify some people that maybe something is going on there, some sort of mental illness or depression or something that could potentially cause somebody to go do this? You know, I'm going to try to end this video, and because I could probably talk on this for hours. And one, I'm going to have an open call to anybody that might be, you know, that could potentially be going down the same track as this person did. If you feel that something in your mind just isn't right, if you feel that, you know, you have something going on in your mind that just doesn't make sense, there are people out there that dedicate their lives to helping people like you. My wife, one of her biggest motivations when she went to school was her brother, when he was in elementary school, had learning disabilities. And it is my wife's absolute dream and pleasure to help people that have learning disabilities, because she feels that every time she helps somebody with learning disabilities, it is like her going back in time and helping her brother when he was having trouble. There are people out there that are dedicate their lives to helping you. And if you feel that, you know, there's something just doesn't feel right, or you know, the things inside of you that you can't control, I encourage you to go and try to get help. It's not going to be as bad as you may think it is. As a matter of fact, it's going to allow you to be a better person. It's going to allow you to get a better handle on what's going on, and it's going to allow you to live your life. And, you know, it's human to care about each other, and just as much as we care about the victims, we also care about the person that did this. And you know, what I want to do is, I want to just say that, you know, I want to say to the German politicians and the policymakers, you know, the President Horst Kohler, and there's also Chancellor Angela Merkel, that I feel that you're going down the wrong path. And I feel that once you make these sweeping actions, I think that you're going to drop the issue. You're going to say, you know what, we accomplished something. And I want to say that that sense of accomplishment is going to be false. It's not going to help. You need to go into deeper investigations as to why people do this, not simply just noting and banning the last couple things that somebody did in the last few moments of their life. I also want to say that as somebody who's played paintball for 20 years, I basically give myself out there to any politician or any policymaker or any sort of lawmaker that may have questions about paintball, or maybe considering banning it or even legalizing it. I open myself up for any assistance to anybody who may be wanting to make changes or anything in regards to paintball. I'll fly across the world. I'll stay on the phone with you for hours, okay? I don't mind doing that at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a candle here, and this candle, you know, is for the families of the people that were affected by this. And I want to end this video and say that I wish You know, I wish the German paintball community luck in this. And, you know, once again, I really, really want to say, you know, I'm sorry, and my heart goes out to all the people that were affected, you know, at this Winnenden school massacre. Thank you.